Hey guys, it's Gabriel. Last time I told you guys that I ended up venturing out alone. Day 5 could not be more different than how day 4 was. This was pretty much the last night that we all had together. It was our last night in Seoul. It was our last big epic, oh my arm just popped. The last big EPIK Orientation group outing, and this was quite the epic night. Unfortunately, this was the only day that I actually brought my camera out. So I did manage to get a video journal in when my friends and I, it was me, Jonathan, Patrick, and Victoria, we went to Dongdaemun Park. In the next episode, you guys will actually be able to see that video journal, obviously edited. But from what I can say about it, like, it was absolutely beautiful. It was amazing. There's this one piece of architecture that if you type in Dongdaemun Park, like, you would see it. It looks like a spaceship. It's huge. I felt like I was seeing like a Godzilla creature or something. Like, it's kind of like morphed in a weird way. I was actually really glad that we did go at nighttime because the lights were just really nice and really cool. So look forward to that video. So yeah, this night was amazing. It was EPIK's gift to us to go see this musical called Nanta. Truth be told, all I read was like the title and it just said Nanta musical. I just didn't care because I was like, oh, Nanta musical. I was imagining something like way back in the olden times. I don't know why my mind instantly went there, but this was not only not that, but it was the coolest thing. It was definitely one of the best things that happened to us at EPIK Orientation. If you ever get a chance to see it and you're in Korea, go see it. It's absolutely amazing. There's a set number of actors. There's like 5 people and it's a cooking show. So it's like they're actually cooking and making things, but they're cooking while making music with like drums and pots and pans. Because the place was actually quite small, the sounds would just echo off of the walls and everyone was just so engaged. The actors, they could be comedians, I don't know, but they were so funny. And that's what really won me over. Like, the show wasn't just technique, talent, but it was hilarious. Their acting was really good. Their stamina throughout the whole show was just so top-notch. At points in the show, they'll actually really interact with the audience. They'll like throw things out to the audience, like food. They'll ask people to come up and volunteer on stage. When you know somebody that's being volunteered, it's fun to sort of watch the interactions that's going on. Actually, Patrick was one of the people that volunteered and he had a pretty cool role. Ever since we met Patrick, he always talked about finding Mrs. Park, his wife. Somehow, throughout the Nanta show, he ended up getting fake married. That was entertaining for all of us. To this day, we still wonder like, oh, where's his wife? Like, what she's up to, you know, these days. Yeah, it was just, oh, it was such a good show. I'm like really curious actually if they have other shows like that out there. But yeah, we did see this in Seoul, so I don't know if this is Seoul specific. I have no idea how much it normally costs because again, it was EPIK's gift to us. Definitely the best gift ever from EPIK, for sure. So that like brought us on this huge high. We were just all so happy. And I think what also made it like really good is the fact that when we read Nanta musical, I don't think anybody was thinking, oh, this could be amazing. Like, we all just thought, oh, you know, okay. Coming out of it, people were like, you could just see on people's faces, they had such a good time and it was just like mind blown, like how much everyone really enjoyed it. Definitely something to remember for a very long time. After that, that's when, you know, me and my friends, we kind of did our own thing and went to Dongdaemun Park. Had a great time there. It was definitely a great place to go to for our last night and sort of close this EPIK Orientation journey. So the last thing, and this is something that's real crazy, before setting out to Dongdaemun Park, we actually saw like a group of soldiers with like these huge shields covering themselves, and across from the dorms was the NIIED school. I keep forgetting the name, the acronyms, but we were all literally in the same square. Within that square, these soldiers were marching towards that area. By the time we returned from the Nanta play, there was like a spotlight set up, there was like reporters standing on the grass and talking, but very quietly. I have never in my life seen such a big group of people grouped together. People always say you could hear a pin drop. I wanted to come up with something different. You could hear a Pikachu sneeze. Was stupid. It was weird and we didn't know like what was going on or why it was happening. It kind of freaked some of us out. And the thing is, a couple of days prior to that, we had seen a demonstration of people holding up signs. It had something to do with the president and she being the daughter of someone who apparently did some bad things, was trying to rewrite their history in the textbooks and take things out so that it didn't look as bad. That's what we heard. These people were actually demonstrating to go against that. They don't want to change the textbook textbooks. I think we originally saw them on the second day, and so this is like day 5. So in just a couple of days, it had grown to this bigger group. I think it became more serious because that was a school that we were across from. We heard that somebody was inside, maybe like retrieving the textbooks. I don't know. I was just thinking in my head, I was like, this is all happening like super fast. As crazy as it was, the EPIK coordinators were like trying to reassure us, oh, you know, nothing's gonna happen, everything's okay, we're all safe in here. I only believed it because they were so quiet. None of the demonstrators were talking. The reporters were practically whispering in the cameras. You could just hear the footsteps of us EPIK people just trying to walk back to the dorms. So we go off to Dongdaemun, we have a great time, and then we come back and the group is just even bigger. But again, still very quiet. Had we not had somebody there to try to explain the situation to us, I don't know what would have stopped me from thinking, oh my gosh, North Korea is coming in, or like something, I don't know, like something absolutely terrible is happening and everyone's just kind of pretending like everything's okay. Yeah, so it was weird. It was so weird. With the demonstrators and the reporters, everything was really calm this night, but things kind of took a little bit of a turn the next morning. So stay tuned and find out what happens. Yeah, in the next video, I actually plan on talking to you guys about my practicum, sort of how that whole procedure went. I will definitely talk about these demonstrators, and I'll talk about heading back to Busan and what it was like going back home after being gone for like almost a week. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Definitely be sure to subscribe. It helps me out immensely. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Zeph678. Be yourself, love yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, bye. I saw this place called Homestead. When I saw the type of breakfast foods that they had, I was completely obsessed. I didn't actually get to eat there because they were closed, but I took a picture of it and I memorized the name, and I was just like, the next time, like if I can find a Homestead in my area, I will definitely go and eat there.